المتحدث الرسمي باسم قوات اليونيفيل في لبنان السيد أندريا تيننتي، أهلا بك في نيوز. في البداية دعني أبدأ من الإجراء الأخير الذي اتخذته الأرجنتين إذ سحبت عناصرها من قوات اليونيفيل. هل أعطتكم سببا لهذا الإجراء، وهل تتخوفون أيضا من إجراء مماثل من قبل دول أخرى أم لا؟
Well, it's a prerogative of each member states or troop contributing countries to decide what to do with their peacekeepers. We have not received a reason. The permanent mission of the Argentinian government to the United Nations sent a letter to the United Nations just informing that they were withdrawing the 4 staff officers we have in UNIFIL. So the number of peacekeepers is 4. So this will not change our operational activities, and all the other peacekeepers, all the other contingents, 49 countries, they're still fully committed to UNIFIL, to 1701, and to stay in their positions in order to hopefully bring back stability to this region. So nothing has changed. We were just informed.
نعم، ولكن هل لديكم مخاوف من أن تقدم دول أخرى على الإجراء نفسه، أم ليس هناك من معلومات بهذا الخصوص؟
Yeah, as I said, there are no concerns at the moment. All the other countries have been reiterating their commitment to the mission, to the work of UNIFIL. Even in recent weeks and months, when we were asked by the IDF to move from our positions, it was a unanimous decision from all the member states to stay. There was a strong also support by the Security Council. So this is what we have at the moment. We are staying, we are committed, we continue to monitor and provide support as much as we can to the local communities, but also report to the international community, to the Security Council, what we see on the ground.
نعم سيد تيننتي، قد ذكرت مؤخرا أن أي سوء تقدير أو أي احتمال سوء تقدير قد يقود إلى حرب مفاجئة أو صراع مفاجئ وواسع. هل ما زلتم تعتقدون أن ذلك السيناريو أمر لا مفر منه أم ماذا؟
Well, difficult to say. We are doing whatever we can to prevent for such a scenario. First of all, both countries, both parties, both fighting parties, they're fully aware of the devastating consequences that a wider or a regional conflict could have in this area. So this will be something that will have no winners. Will be a lose-lose situations. Even now, the conflict and what's been seeing in these days, especially in the last 2 months, with over 2,500 people being killed here. So the violence has been increasing, and there is no solution with a military solution. It will be just a short-term solution. We need, as is happening right now, a diplomatic and political solutions. Of course, we are not in charge of this agreement. The parties, as you know, are fully engaged, and we need to see and wait what will be the final decision.
نعم سيد تيننتي، يعني إسرائيل تواصل استهداف مقراتكم في الجنوب حيث تتمركزون، ومؤخرا تم إنزال العلم أو أزلتم علم اليونيفيل في منطقة شمع. البعض يعتبر أن ذلك استسلام، كيف تعلقون على ذلك الأمر؟
We have not removed any flag. We see a lot of disinformation coming from the media. We have to be very careful, and I'm glad you asked the questions, because the flag was down because one of our peacekeepers died the other day. It was a French peacekeeper in a road accident. A young peacekeeper. She was 23 years old from France, and that's why it was half-mast the flag because of the death of the peacekeeper. But there is nothing related to surrendering. We are still there. We continue to monitor. We continue to be committed to what's happening to 1701, and to support the parties to improve or to try to bring back stability in the region. So also very careful with mis and disinformation that we are seeing in the media in these days.
نعم سيد تيننتي، بالعودة قليلا إلى ما جرى في البترون، يعني هناك اتهامات لليونيفيل بأنه لحظة أو حينما حصل الإنزال في البترون، الإنزال الإسرائيلي، اليونيفيل لم تراقب هذا التسلل الإسرائيلي. كيف تعلقون على ذلك الأمر وتردون على تلك الاتهامات؟
We've been very transparent even with these reports. Everything that we are monitoring is reported to New York, in this case also to the Lebanese army. We have not witnessed or monitor any activities. Of course, we are capable of monitoring through our radars, but we cannot monitor everything that is happening at sea or even on the ground. So everything was reported. There was no suspicious activity that we've seen. And again, even in this case, we have seen a lot of disinformation that could be damaging the mission, but not only damaging the mission, that could also trigger violence against the mission because of some misreporting on our activities. So it's important that everything we do is transparently reported to the Security Council.
نعم، في اليوم التالي بعد انتهاء الحرب هناك دور كبير ستلعبه بلا شك قوات اليونيفيل. ما هو هذا الدور الذي قد تقوم به قوات اليونيفيل في لبنان في المستقبل؟
So we need to wait for the ceasefire agreement to be finalized. As you know, we are not part of that. Of course, we discuss issues with the diplomatic communities. So at the moment, we don't know what will be our role for the day after. As we said before, we are staying in the south, but the day after for us is the full implementation of 1701. 1701 remains the main framework for a future agreement between the two countries. So full deployment of the Lebanese army, supporting the Lebanese army, ensuring there are no weapons in the south of Lebanon, moving forward also in relation to blue line markings, and also preventing not having air or ground violation from the IDF. So 1701 is very clear. 1701, of course, has been challenged in recent months. So for us is the support to 1701, but we are ready to support any agreement that both parties will agree on.
نعم، أنا أسأل ذلك لأن هناك تعويل كبير على دور اليونيفيل في تثبيت الاستقرار في الجنوب.
No, absolutely. That's why the decision to stay was not only related to monitor the situation right now, which is, of course, very relevant, and to support local communities in the south of Lebanon that they're still in the south with the humanitarian assistance. To stay is also important because we need to think about the day after. We need to be here, to be prepared to support stability in this region that has been suffering for the last almost 15 months, violence, devastation, and death.
المتحدث الرسمي باسم قوات اليونيفيل السيد أندريا تيننتي، شكرا جزيلا لك على هذا اللقاء.